So folks, we have further news, should I say evidence today, that the BBC is being run by absolute imbeciles, and those decision makers at the top end of various sports are absolute fools as well. They could be one and the same. They've got sports people in their fields wanting to play off an even playing field, but the decision makers haven't got the brains in their head to make this happen. Yes, we're back to the old guys in dresses and girls in pants, but it's mainly guys in dresses or skirts, whatever they may be. I know the BBC have set up a new course to get more women into production, you know, behind the scenes there, operating cameras and actually making short films. But because of the world that we live in, they had to open that course to anybody that identifies as a woman. So I could have a beard and whatever else. I could be the most muscly fella in the world. I'm not, by the way, but I could be. Big beard, moustache, the whole shooting match. Put a skirt on, and they've got to get me on that course. And I could get a job with the Beeb, which is very, very much male-dominated. As a woman, I could get in through the back door. Do you get me? Oh, aye, it can happen. So they're trying to bring more women into TV, but they're letting blokes do it in a roundabout way. Go into sport, and someone say it's not a big sport, but pool. There's a lady there, I think she's number 6 in the world. She refuses to play against a man. Now, even if that man especially if that man identifies as a woman, when she's playing the women's game, she's decided she'd like to play only women. But again, the people that run the show there at pool, the decision makers, the committee, whatever they may be called, I don't know what they're, the chairman and all his cronies, they've now decided to let blokes in it as long as them blokes can show a nice skirt, a nice M-line, dress, whatever it may be. As long as they're identifying as women, you know, they can look like Angry Anderson if they like. Many of you won't do Angry Anderson, but I do. They can look like, who else? Let me think of another one. Giant Haystacks. I think he's long since gone. Tell you what, that'd be a big pool player. Anyway, they could look like anything. But as long as they've got the old skirts on or a dress on, they're all right to play. Anyway, this woman said, it's not on. They've got much, much more strength than us. They can break the balls a lot better to start with and have an unfair advantage. They've got a much longer reach on the table. Well, they have, that's true. Imagine if it was Giant Haystacks, he would have. Angry Anderson won't have. Angry Anderson will only be able just to over the table. And I'm not knocking Angry, I love him. None of you will know him, but I love him. I know who he is. Anyway, they've got advantages there, haven't they? And I also thought, well, they've got another advantage. If you lean in across that table near the cush, the ladies have got a couple of things that can get in the way. They've got a couple of things that can touch the balls. The pool balls, you know, overhanging things. Think about it. Ladies thinking down, they've got like an undercarriage, but above. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to say the words, you know what I mean, don't you? Blokes don't have that. But they have moobs, I suppose, but they're not as big. So they've got many advantages, blokes, over women. And this number 6 in the world is saying, I'm not going to play against them. And I think she's right. But the Beeb they beg a belief, don't they? How on earth can you put a course up for women to get more women in TV because there's not enough in there, then open it to blokes? How can you do it? Madness. Absolute madness. And we wonder why we call the BBC. They've gone just